how to learn Mandarin Chinese. Okay, so this is my website in case you want to know. All right, so if you're a total beginner, I got this message a lot, how to learn Mandarin Chinese as a total zero beginner. I think the very first thing is you need to know how to pronounce Mandarin Chinese when you see it, when you see the pronunciation system, which is called pinyin. But actually, there's another pronunciation system is called 注音. That's especially for people, foreigners that are in Taiwan. And we also had that lesson, okay, cover in our previous live stream. If you want to see, you can go back to see our previous live stream. So, the most commonly used pronunciation system is called pinyin. Okay, so you guys maybe are familiar with that. So the first thing is you have to learn pinyin because you have to know how to pronounce 中文, Mandarin Chinese. For example, this is pinyin, okay? 吃饭, to eat a meal. So this 吃, you need to know each pinyin represents each 汉字, Chinese character. So this is 吃 and this is 饭. So if you see this pinyin, this is called pinyin, the pronunciation system. You know how to pronounce, and you need to learn how to pronounce, how to see it and pronounce it. Also, you have to learn how to spell it, because if you don't learn this or you haven't learned this character we call 汉字, then you really need to learn how to spell this correctly. Why? Because if you don't spell that correctly, how are you ask your teacher questions? When you have questions, you maybe have to, okay, maybe you speak to your teacher, maybe you text your teacher some sentences. But if you don't know how to text with this 汉字, you text with pinyin. And if your pinyin is wrong, we are not able to understand you. Therefore, we cannot answer your question because your pinyin is basically wrong and you don't know this. Then you are in big trouble because we cannot help you. And you don't do your work to learn pinyin, and that's your problem. So first thing is you need to learn pinyin properly, or 注音 if you're in Taiwan. Okay, and the other one is 喝茶, to drink tea. 喝 meaning to drink, 茶 is tea, so drink tea. 喝茶. So again, this is pinyin. I just show you what is pinyin. It's very sound intuitive, but there are some tricky sounds you need to learn how to spell, okay, or how to pronounce when you see it. So what do you have to learn in pinyin? In pinyin, you have initial sound and final sound and tones. And you have to learn, you have to practice, do the drill practice. You have to do the drill practice. Okay, for example, what is initial sound? You have to learn initial sound. So whatever course that you apply or whatever course you register, you join, the course needs to give you, the pronunciation course or pinyin course needs to give you the initial sound. For example, okay, we see this one, 饭, meaning rice, right? F is the beginning sound. F is the beginning sound. An is an. So 安饭. So beginning sound, final sound, and the tone is the line here. Fourth tone, 饭. So you have to make sure that the chords that you choose are all covered these things: initial sound and final sound and tone. Okay, important. 饭 or 吃 ch, 吃. A is a. So 吃啊, cha meaning tea. Initial sound, beginning sound, final sound, and the tone. Okay, 吃啊, cha. And then you have to practice drill. You have to do the drill practice. For example, there are actually 5 different tones. First tone, second tone, third tone, fourth tone, and neutral tone. 5 different tones. And you have to do more drill practice, like first tone and second tone combination, second tone and third tone combination, to make sure that you can properly pronouncing different tones when you are speaking words and vocabulary, even sentences in Mandarin Chinese. Okay, does that make any sense? Let me know in the chat. If you understand what I'm saying, let me know in the chat. And if there's anything you want to add on, anything you want to say, also let me know right now in the chat. Okay, so the first step for very beginner, because a lot of people ask me, where should I start? And a lot of people also ask me, I want to join your course, Katrina, but I don't know which one should I choose. If you're a total beginner, you haven't learned any pronunciation, go to level 0 pronunciation course, either my course or any other people's course that you like. Pronunciation first, okay, which is pinyin, that is commonly used. Let me know if you understand what I say. Okay, hello, 大家好. Okay, some people just come online. We have 15个人，所以这个是第一步 the first step. When you finish the first step, you finish the pinyin, you know how to pronounce the pinyin or Chinese, you know how to pronounce Mandarin Chinese. The second step, let's move on to the second step. The second step is I encourage you to learn more short phrases, short and daily phrases, and the basic structure. What do I mean by that? So you practice some, pinyin, and you have some combination. You know how to pronounce, you know how to read some pinyin, some words. And you know 喝茶, meaning to drink tea. And now you have to expand your sentence. You have to learn some short phrases now. For example, you start to expand your sentence like 我每天喝茶, which means I every day drink tea. Now try to expand your sentences. Okay, from words, short phrases, to sentences, and to find the logic of the word order that we have. For example, this one, 我每天喝茶, I every day drink tea. So you know the basic order, the sentence structure order is subject, which is people or something. Okay, so subject, 每天 is a time. So people, time, and action. I like to explain things in a very simple way. So people, time, action. Okay, I every day drink tea. People, time, action. So when you're learning short phrases, start learning short phrases and the short sentences with basic sentence structure. Now you get more and more confidence because you know how to speak a little and you know a little basic knowledge of Mandarin Chinese structure. This is the second step that you need to do. And this is also how I teach my students like this, step by step, with my course before, my course in the classroom, or now my online course with my hundreds of students. Okay, so here, 我每天喝茶. So short phrases and sentences and structures. Okay, how? 我是 Okay, see, we have Okay, nice to see you again. Hey, 你好. So now I'm looking at the comment right now, and I see here Stella home. You give me the pinyin, and thank you so much for replying me here in the comment, Stella. But I had to say that I kind of don't understand your pinyin because 谢, I think you want to say 谢谢, but SIA, it's not really 谢谢. Okay, here, see, when you have, sorry, Stella. Okay, so I just want to take you as an example, your sentence as example. So when you have the incorrect pinyin and the wrong pinyin, you made your teacher confused and they not answer your question because if you don't type the character right here and then you give me the wrong pinyin or you give your teacher the wrong spelling pinyin pronunciation, then we definitely, cannot understand. And one thing for you is, as a native speaker, not just a teacher, as a native speaker, I read the character faster, much faster than I read pinyin. To be honest, you can ask any native Mandarin native speaker. You can ask them, which one can you read faster? Which one do you read faster? Or which one can you read more comfortably? Definitely 汉字. I assure you, I'm sure it's definitely 汉字 for a native speaker. So in the end, the Chinese character is important, all right? But if you are so scared of learning the Chinese character 汉字, at least you learn pinyin correctly and you spell that properly so people can understand you. Okay. Okay, Avina say, 我每天喝一杯绿茶。OK，谢谢。对，没错，很好。And Stella, don't worry. Okay, I'm sorry. I just want to take one example to show people how important to learn pronunciation properly. Okay, I don't mean to hurt you. I know you're trying your best to say hi to me in the comments. Thank you so much. Okay. This is the second step. Now we finish the second step. Short phrases and sentence structure. Very important. And when you are more confident with speaking short phrases and speaking the basic structure, this is how this is what I always, every day, I encourage my program student, my course students, say you need to make sentences under each of my lesson video lesson. You have to make sentences. I will check that every day. If you don't make sentences, you don't practice, I cannot help you. All I can help you is provide my video lessons and to teach you what you need to learn with my teaching style to make you feel, more comfortable, to make you learn with joy. But you have to do the work. You have to practice. So you have to give me the sentences. So once you are more comfortable with short sentences, now make your sentence longer. Step number 3, to make your sentence longer. For example, this sentence, 我从家里走路到学校去. This is advanced beginner's level, which is level 2. So let me just repeat that again. Pinyin pronunciation is level 0. Short phrases and basic structure is level 1 for your steps. And longer sentence and more complicated grammar, a little bit more complicated grammar, is level 2. All right, level 0, level 1, and level 2. This is level 2. So this sentence structure is level 2, advanced beginner's level that I call. And so 我从家里走路到学校去. What does that mean? I 从 from 家里 means 家, but it literally means home inside, meaning at home. 从家里 from home inside, from home. 走路 to walk. 到学校去 to school. 到 somewhere 去 is actually a structure in level 2. Okay? If you're taking HSK test, that is HSK 2 level structure. 到学校去 meaning to go to school. So now you're learning the longer sentence for your level 2. Okay, now how do you learn longer sentence for your next step? Okay, you break it down, which I teach students how to break down sentences and structures in my course. So here I'm going to teach you the same way. 我从家里走路到学校去. So from somewhere, somebody, 我 somebody, from somewhere, 走路 is how, 到 somewhere 去 to go somewhere. So basically the structure is somebody from somewhere, how, and go somewhere. Let me say that again. Somebody from somewhere and how and go to the destination. Am I clear right now? Let me know in the chat with this sentence pattern. Okay, let me know if you understand. I from home walk to school. Yes, 非常好. Yes, 很好. So I from home walk to school. That's a literal translation. 非常好. Thank you. 对对对. 好. You see, the next step is you need to train yourself. Like I train my students, my course student, try to paraphrase. What do I mean by that? When you learn the longer structure, you not just learn one sentence or one structure. You need to know how to use, okay, leverage the structure with different vocabulary and words. Okay, for example, the red one, 家里 and 学校, they are place words, right? Place words. So you can switch. Maybe 从 somewhere, you can switch to 从公司 from company 到我从公司 from company 到 somewhere. Okay, so you can switch the vocab here, the words here. 我从公司到学校，我从公司到家里去，我从学校到家里去 from A to B. So the A and B here are the place word, okay? So you need to know how to switch, not only for this structure, also for many other structure that you learn in the future. And the purple one here is how you go there. So what can you put here? 我从家里开车 Okay, this is how. I don't say 走路. Maybe I switch to 开车 to drive. 我从家里开车到学校去 Or 我从家里坐火车 to take train 到学校去 Or 我从家里坐公车到学校去 Right? Am I clear so far? Let me know in the chat if everything's okay. How are we doing so far? 现在 infinity, say clear. Okay, let me know if you understand. So now let me give you a challenge. With this structure, if you're able to, if you're not able to, that's okay. If you're able to, can you make a sentence here with this structure? I know some people are not total beginner here, so you might be able to make your own sentence with this structure, with my strategy, okay, to paraphrase, where maybe you can paraphrase the red one and the purple one here. Okay, so give me more different sentences with the same structure, All right, so let me see. Sylvia, 我从家里骑车到学校，很好，到学校 or 到学校去都可以，非常好。From home, 骑车 meaning to ride scooters, to ride motorcycle. Okay, so to ride something two wheels. Okay, 从家里骑车到学校去，很好。Any other sentences that you want to, if you're catching this replay, also you can make sentences down below in the comment. Okay, if I have time, I will check that for you. Okay, so this is what I always encourage my students. Please make more sentences. Okay, with the same structure, try to paraphrase. Okay, to paraphrase. So this is step number 4 here. When you learn a longer sentence, I'm waiting for your sentence if you have one. All right. Okay, so now here are the 4 different steps that I teach my students how to learn Mandarin Chinese as a beginner, as a total beginner. Let's recap again. Pronunciation. First, you do pronunciation, pinyin, learn that properly. And then you learn how to practice drill, how to pronounce words with the pinyin that you learn. And then you start learning some, speaking and learning some short sentences and short phrases. Okay? And then you move to a longer sentences and more complex grammar, and you try to make more sentences with paraphrasing the sentence, okay, the words in the sentence. Okay, so that's 4 different steps. Okay, if you have any sentence here, let me know in the comment, show me in the comment, and we're moving on now. Okay, so how about Chinese characters, 汉字? We know that there are 2. If you're a beginner out there, you don't know, there are 2, and I'm telling you right now. So there are 2 different Chinese characters. So first is simplify, which looks simpler, easier, that is used in China. And there's traditional Chinese character that is used in Taiwan from here. Okay, so here that you see, 汉字 is traditional character. I show it with traditional character. So a lot of people are so afraid. Trust me, I can understand this looks scary for foreigners, and especially foreigners who are your native language maybe is English, or your native written language is Roman alphabet. If you see this, you'll be like, whoa. Okay, so it's, in my opinion, you don't have to take it if you don't agree with me, but in my opinion, it's better to learn Hanzi, the Chinese character, when you reach to level 2. Okay, that is just my opinion and how I observe many of my students when they reach to level 2, advanced beginners level, they start getting stuck because they only learn pinyin, and there are so many pinyin words that sound so similar to each other. Okay, for example, 10, 10, and 是 to be, for example, or 排队 to line up, to queue, and 派对 to party. Or there are a lot of different characters with the same pronunciation, share the same pronunciation. For example, 公, the word 公. If I say 公司 company, 公司, and 工作 because for people who learn pinyin, they imagine G-O-N-G, gong first tone. So for them, 公司 and 工作, they are the same gong, but they are not the same gong with Hanzi. Okay, in Hanzi, in Chinese character. So they get confused. Like, which gong is this? Which gong you're talking about? But if you try to learn Chinese character, in the long run, you will have more clarity in learning, Mandarin Chinese. You won't get stuck, and you won't get mixed up by different meanings and with the same pronunciation and pinyin. Okay, does that make any sense? Let me know in the comment. Okay. Hello. Okay, native language. Okay, and Hindi. Okay. 我从办公室步行到公园，步行 I think I would say 走路，步行 sounds like GPS language. Okay, thank you, very good. So let me know if you feel the same way, if you get stuck sometimes in learning Mandarin because you don't know how to read 汉字. Okay, maybe in the future I will host another live stream for you guys, sharing some Hanzi Chinese character. Okay, the basic knowledge of Chinese character. And yeah, and I'm currently working on the Chinese character course, Hanzi. It's called Hanzi Masterclass, but it won't be ready in a few months. So, but I can share you a little bit of knowledge about Hanzi. Okay, Chinese character. So this is my suggestion to you guys. When you reach to level 2, you start feeling stuck because you get more and more vocab, you learn more and more words, and they sound pretty similar to you. If you don't recognize the vocab you learn, you don't recognize the words that you learn with the image of Hanzi. Okay, so yeah. All right, so this is my suggestion. And of course, you can learn, a lot of people say, can I learn Chinese character writing and reading and speaking and listening all at the same time? Of course you can if you want to. It's your choice. So of course you can learn Hanzi right from the beginning. But it might be too much for some people, according to my experience of teaching. It might be too much for people. Imagine that you had to work on your speaking, listening, vocabulary, grammar structure, pronunciation, and Hanzi reading and even writing. It is possible, but I feel like you have to be a full-time student, which means you don't have a job. Okay, that's what college do. That's what the universities do, colleges do. A lot of foreign students, they come to Taiwan for studying. They are the full-time student. Okay, they are full-time student. They fully commit themselves in learning Mandarin Chinese in the university, and they have very intensive class. The university, Taiwan University, or any other universities, they give intensive class every day. They give 5, 4, 6 hours of lectures, learning and learning and learning 5 days a week. 5 days, and each day students spend like at least 5 hours, 4, 5, 6 hours, depending on different universities of learning, and that's really intense. It's called intensive course. So students are able to complete one level, one level in 5 months, sometimes 4.5 months, to complete one level, speaking, listening, reading, writing, all at the same time. That's a lot. And I had some student came to me before, when I have an office teaching students. Some students, they were in the university, they finished level 1 and they finished level 2. They feel like, oh my god, that's too much. They feel like crazy because at first it's too intensive. Second, in the university, you don't really have a lot of chance to speak or practice how to speak because there are too many aspects they need to work on. And so some of students from the university, they came to me for private tutoring to work on to improve their Mandarin Chinese. And they say they don't know how to speak Mandarin. They don't know how to speak in real life because they learn so much, but they don't properly learn how to use the language. So come back here. What I mean is that you can learn everything all at the same time, but that might be too much for you unless you really full-time, you're a full-time student, now you're really committed to that, but it's up to you. Okay, so I'll give you some examples of Hanzi and how I teach Hanzi in my future Hanzi masterclass, and how you can apply for yourself and to learn Chinese characters. Okay, for example, this is book. I'm using traditional character. Okay, let me know what you think in the comment. I'll check that later, but I have to focus on my PDF file and teaching you guys. Okay, so traditional, like this is book, you are like, oh my god, that's so many strokes. Yeah, if you see that alone, of course it's scary. But if I tell you that this is shu, if you look at this is shu, meaning book, and you just imagine that there are a lot of books stacking up right here like this. So you learn with an image, you learn with a picture and photo. That makes it easier. So in the long run, I think learning Hanzi is necessary, but it's not really necessary to learn how to write. It's enough for foreigners how to type and how to recognize the correct Chinese character Hanzi. So my job is to make you easier, make your journey of studying Mandarin easier to recognize the Hanzi with interesting image. Sometimes I might make up some stories because some Hanzi lost the original meaning because it's been, it's thousands of years. Of course, it lost its meanings already, but I'll make some story for students like this. Okay, Shu, stacking a lot of books. Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, yes. And the next one is Mu. This Hanzi, this Chinese character originally means wood or tree. Okay, so this is, yeah, it looks like a tree. All right, so this is how most teachers teach the character Hanzi. Let's take a look at another one, big, 大. So you stretch your body, 大, as big as possible. This is the biggest you can go. So that's 大. right? And yes, the three examples here that shows you how you can learn to recognize Chinese characters, Hanzi. These three examples, and they are this one traditional but simplified the same. But this one is also traditional Hanzi that we use in Taiwan. In China, it is written different way. It's more simplified, but I like this one because it just really like a stack of book. And by the way, this I didn't come up with this. This actually came up from one of my French students. He's so good at writing character. He's in love with writing characters, and he says like an art. Okay, and he said that don't you think that the word "shu" it just looked like stack. The books are stacking up, and yeah, right. So you can use your own imagination to remember some characters that is difficult to you. Okay, so the end I want to say that there are ways and strategy to learn Mandarin Chinese. And here in my live stream, I tell you the strategies, the steps that I teach my student that you can learn Mandarin Chinese. But there's no right answer. Which strategy, which way is better for you? You have to do it. You have to learn, and then you know which one is better for you. And each student, I just want to encourage you guys here that doesn't matter you are my course student right here or not, each student has different learning curve. Okay, you have different learning curve. So some students they learn faster, some students they learn slower. They can learn speaking faster, slower, or learn writing better or slower. But you are the best person to judge when is the best time for you to learn everything, to learn the next step, or when is the best time for you to learn Hanzi. So you are the person to judge, to learn at your own pace, to feel comfortable learning. Let's just be honest. Learning language, any languages, is not an easy task. So as long as you feel comfortable, you feel joy, you feel happy, you feel confident, you can really speed up your learning curve. That's speaking from my own experience. Like, just take for one example, if you like to play computer games and you are so enjoy learning, just playing computer games, you will just learn the strategies, how to win the games. You feel so happy, right? And so you don't feel tired, you don't feel scared, you're just happy, playing computer games. And as you progress, or the in your computer game, I don't play computer game, I really don't know, but I just take that as an example. If you are enjoying doing something, you do it better. So send us learning Mandarin Chinese. If you enjoy, have confidence learning and doing this, you can do it better. Trust me. So just learn at your own pace. Do not compare it with other people. So yes, I'm saying yes, you can do it. Learn with joy, speak with confidence. And these are the steps that I encourage you is follow the curriculum. Always follow the curriculum, because professional teachers, professional guidance will give you the curriculum, the steps, the strategy, that how you learn Mandarin Chinese, and also to study at your own pace. And step number 3 is you have to be consistent. Really, you have to be consistent. Even you don't have time, prioritize your time to learn Mandarin Chinese if this is what you really want to do. Even you don't have time, maybe you play some, I don't know, a podcast. I have podcasts on Spotify. You can go to Spotify and search Smart Mandarin. Even you're doing the dishes, cleaning your room, every day 5 minutes, even 5 minutes of podcast helps. Just to be just need to be consistent. All right. And the next advice I want to give you is just to practice. Okay, so I think it's very important for these 4 steps and the strategy, the step that I teach you or share with you previously. Okay, if you just catching live right now, you can catch the replay later. And congratulations. And if you're interested to be my program student, this is my website page. Okay, this is my website link. You can go to my website, and I also got some messages asking me, I don't understand your website, so let me just show you a little bit. This is my website. As you can see, if you want to be my student and you know your level right now, then you just click. This is level 0, so you can see pronunciation, and this is level 1. So you just click the level that you think that suits you and come in, scroll down, please scroll down, and you will see the whole curriculum. You will get the idea what are you going to learn from this whole course. As I said previously, if you're a total 0 beginner, you are starting from pronunciation, which is pinyin. Okay, initial sound, here I have final sound, drill practice, and vocabulary training. Okay, I just take this course. For example, if you want to join, just hit enroll the course. You can pay one time or different installment payment if you're interested becoming my students. And once you become my student, you'll get email from me invite you to this community. This is only for paid program student where I host live stream almost weekly if I get inspired by some good topics. Okay, like I think last week I share a topic which is requested from one of my students, how to say no to kids in Mandarin. I just shared this live stream inside the group for my paper one student. So if you want to join me, if you want to be my student, I sincerely welcome you to follow these steps to improve your Mandarin Chinese. But if you're studying with other institute, other books, or yeah, I also wish you the best, and also you get my support here on my Facebook page or my support community, or you get free resources on my YouTube channel. But if you are my course student, I will do I will do all my power to help you improve your Mandarin Chinese. If you're my program student, you know that already. And thank you so much for joining me today. I think I had to come back now. All right, I'm back. So here's the link if you want to be my student. And yeah, that's all for today. And thank you for joining me. And I really appreciate it. And also, if you find this live stream helpful, you want to share it to other people who also will benefit from it, share this live stream to people or share this live stream to your social. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I share some mini lessons on Instagram, and I share my work updates and live in Taiwan on my Instagram account, Smart Mandarin Katrina Lee. You can follow me, share my Instagram to other people as well. All right, that's all for today. Thank you, and I enjoy learning Mandarin Chinese. Speak with confidence and joy. 谢谢你们，再见。